the opportunity to expand Medicaid, but we're finally getting there. And I do think it's a great day for those that, especially working Tennesseans that fell through that donut hole and did not have the opportunity and could not afford health insurance. As we all know, things like this, the devil's in the details. This is a complicated thing. It's taken the administration a long time to come to get where they are now, and we have to look at it closely. It's probably not everything that those of us who want a pure expansion, but we want to make sure it covers as many Tennesseans as possible to give them quality health care. You know, there's some obvious questions out there about how many people can we cover, how far can we expand this, what happens to rural hospitals, does this help them, those that are on the verge of closing or close to closing, and those that have already closed. So some questions that we know. And what happens at the end of the pilot period, we hope it can continue. I want to thank the hospitals and the Hospital Association for apparently coming forward from what we've heard to pick up some of the costs that may not be provided in those funds that have come to Tennessee, and we heretofore haven't been using them. So there's a lot of questions out there. And what about an employer who doesn't have health insurance? Can that employer start a group policy and let his or her employees, come into that? So there's a lot of things out there. But I think certainly today the emphasis is on it's a great day for Tennessee, for Tennesseans. I like the fact, frankly, that the governor is going to call for a special session early next year. I think we can focus on it. From talking to my colleagues, I think you can probably understand many of my caucus will be excited about this, but I think this is a passable deal. We will do whatever we can to assist the governor in moving this plan forward, and try to help with the whatever it takes to try to get something passed as soon as we possibly can. And I think this is a good start.
Why do you think
mind
it's a
moving
pass?
your phone there? We're getting a lot of
Yeah,
buzzing on.
vibrating. Twitter, all that beautiful social media.
Can you extrapolate on why you think this is a passable deal?
Well, I think the governor likes it, so you would have to assume that members of his party will be receptive to it, because it has apparently some things that were close, that he wanted, some and that hopefully makes sense to those that have said that we couldn't afford it, to those that have said that it's not workable and things like that. So I think the Obama administration and the Haslam administration have come up with a workable plan. So and I think we'll be prepared to show that it will work. It can be paid for. It will not cost Tennesseans more money. As a matter of fact, we're losing our own money that Tennesseans have paid into this, and it's only appropriate that as soon as possible we start getting some of it back.
I know it might be too early to say, but where do you envision this plan might see its most problems in the legislature? Do you think it's going to be in the Senate or in the House, or is it still too early to call?
It is too early to call. It is too early because my colleagues in the House have not seen it either, so it'll take some time to look. But I think the plan's out there. We need to get the details for both sides and have a considered discussion. But I think it is good that we will do it at a special session because we can concentrate on that.
I think that's right. I think that
Mike's, please.
And say your name first.
Sure, Jeff Yarbro. I mean, I think we're still waiting to see the details on this, but unquestionably this is the most important issue facing the state right now. Doing something is a no-brainer for the state, both in terms of health policy, and in terms of the economics of the state. And I think this is a good first step, and we look forward to learning more and trying to work with the Republicans in the legislature and the governor on trying to form a plan that will work for everyone in Tennessee.
What has been your biggest concern about not having Medicaid expansion before this? I mean, why do you feel strongly that we need something?
Well, there was $1 billion of health care money that could have come into this state, that could have been multiplied with more healthcare jobs, with more healthcare services, and it's money that we can't recover. So the sooner we can do a good plan, get it into place, the sooner we can provide this better quality healthcare for working Tennesseans.
Any objections just from the, overall proposal? I know the devil's in the details, like you said, but you say it's passable. That sounds good, but any objections, anything that red flags that pop up right away?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. It's not a surprise because we've been hearing how the governor's moving forward. But I'm here to be positive about it today. I'm here to congratulate the governor on pushing and going through, and I'm here to assist in any way I can with my colleagues, whether it's to however I can talk to them, because I think they know that this is a big issue for our caucus and for me. But I honestly, truly think that it's the right thing to do. I also honestly, truly think that once they look at all the facts, that does turn out to be that no-brainer for our state.
Do you think the fact that the governor's proposing it as a 2-year pilot, after which the state would reevaluate it, would be a selling point to Republicans?
Yes. As a matter of fact, yes, I do. I do. That because some are fearful going out forward if the federal government backs off or they change their mind. What's going to happen then? Or is the state going to be stuck with something? Well, I personally, from looking at it, don't think that's going to happen. But if that's the fear that some of my colleagues has, this certainly helps in that regard.
Last year, you guys put out a Medicaid expansion packet that talked about how 333,000 people will have coverage under an expanded program. Is this just a number difference? Because I think this is 200,000 on this. Is there a disagreement on how many people this actually helps? Or
well, there's been estimates as low as 160,000 and as high as 500,000. So even at the low estimate, if we can pick up 160,000 people and give them quality health insurance under this plan, it will be wonderful. I'm glad to see. I haven't looked at that, but I'm glad to see they are using a 200,000 number. So that means 2/3 of what we had hoped for it could happen. So that's very encouraging.
Any other questions?
Thank y'all for covering this.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas.